Yo, what is up, guys? Your boy Saz here, bringing you guys a video about the new TCG ban list and my thoughts after reacting to the ban list. Now, I already reacted to the ban list. I already had my thoughts. It was crazy. I really thought this was like the most amazing ban list like ever, but it's not as good as a lot of people think. I think there's still a lot of problems with this ban list, and I think we were just like really happy that the ban list came out. I'm not really mad with the ban list, but it's not the best. It's just like so many things happen, but I think they sprinkled in a lot of unbanned or not unbanned, banned cards just for us to be happy and to not look at the real problem that is Summon Sork, Gumblar Dragon. There's still a lot of degenerate cards out there in this game, like, man. So, let's get started. So the first cards I want to talk about in this video is the ban cards. Now, I'm not really going to talk about anything deep in this video, but Lotus, it deserves to be banned. Lotus was like a really stupid card in an FTK. Shouldn't be in the format. MX Broker is another card that's just been degenerate since forever. It's just now being a problem card because of Go Keys in Zodiacs last year. Nightmare Goblin, I'm not too sure about. Like, if they would have banned Gumblar or banned Mermaid, or just did any other hit on a Link monster, it would have been fine. But seeing that Firewall still at 1, we see Gumblar still at 3, and all of these other Link monsters that are still at 3 with Summon Sork, do I even need to say anything else? Like, Bokies are still really strong. They're probably not the best deck in the game. They're probably still one of the top 3 decks in the game. But I think that hitting Nightmare Goblin as the only Link monster is I'm not too sure about this one. Now, the first cards I want to talk about for the limited section is the cards that got unbanned. Super Poly, for the most part, is probably the most relevant card out of all of them, and the one that can be slashed in pretty much every deck because of Mud Dragon is just really good at stopping extra links, stopping like really powerful boards. So Super Poly is definitely going to be very relevant. I'm not too sure about this card being in the format, but it's good nonetheless to stop the Goki boards. And the next card is obviously Morphing Jar. I don't think this card is going to be I don't think it's going to be relevant. Morphing Jar is just too slow, man. It's a flip effect. It's not really gonna be good. And then card destruction. This just promotes what is that deck, man? Danger, and BA, and a lot of other strategies. I don't think card destruction. I don't think this card should have been unbanned, but it's whatever. This card is going to be crazy in danger, of course, but there's a lot of other really degenerate combos with card destruction. Honestly, I'm not even too sure about Super Poly and card destruction at all. So for the next part of the limited section, I want to talk about the cards that went from 3 to 1. And the first one that caught my eye is Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. Definitely hurts the deck a lot, but the deck is definitely not dead. That is all I'm going to say for that. I have a video on that coming up. Cyframe Lord Omega going from 3 to 1. This card should have been at 1 like super long ago, but whatever. A Assault Car is at 1, probably just because of the loops with A. Being able to loop A over and over again with Firewall. Firewall probably should have been banned, but whatever. And then we have Hornet Drones to 1. It doesn't really matter. Sky Strikers are still going to be really relevant in the format. It's just that the decks that played like Hornet Drones and Engage and that's it are going to be really, really, really struggling with producing Link monsters at this point. Now, for the rest of the ban list, I'm not even gonna talk about it. Like Dark Destroyer going to 2 is alright. It's probably just gonna go to 3 next list. Cosmos, as much as I love the deck, it's probably one of my top 3 favorite decks of all time. I have a video on that coming up soon. Soon TM, by the way. Uh, Cosmos are just not gonna do anything. Called by the Grave is probably the stupidest thing. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Limited removal is nah, it should be at 3. Scapegoat should have been out. I don't care about scapegoats, honestly. It's not good. As much as people think like scapegoat, I think it's not a healthy card, but honestly, in my opinion, I don't it should be at 0 or 3, honestly. It's not like Maxi, but it's just a card that it shouldn't be at like a random number like 2. And then terraforming probably should be at 1. Honestly, if Road is going to be at 1, why not terraforming at 1? And then for the irrelevant cards like Towers, Disc Commander, Barrow from a Different Dimension, and Ring Destruction, I don't really care. But now on to the discussion about card destruction. I was thinking about card destruction, but Called by the Grave being at 2 is it's just the stupidest thing. And I know why Konami did it. It's because of Go Keys and other combo decks being able to play through hand traps is just really stupid. And while I do get that, Called by the Grave is just a necessary evil. Like, this card, I don't think anybody was like, Called by the Grave needs to get hit. Called by the Grave is a problem card. Like, there's so many other problem cards. Go Keys probably should have been hit way more than they did on this ban list. Like, Goblin to 0, okay, fine. Invoker banned, fine. Those 2 cards were really powerful, but like Firewall not being unbanned, not being banned. Just a lot of other cards that stayed at the ban list, like Mermaid and Gumblar, they probably should have been banned, but Konami's just. Summon Sork should have been banned, but I know that card is not going to be banned until after the reprint and Soul Fusion, but yeah, guys, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think about this ban list. This ban list is not as good as a lot of people think, but I think the hype is probably one of the most hyped ban lists of all time. Honestly, it's one of it's up there with like the March ban list. Nah, I don't even think this ban list is not even. You know what? I'm having too many emotions here. I don't think this ban list is as good as people think, but it's one of the most overhyped ban lists of all time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I am out. Peace.